Hola gente, I'm Drew, and today I'll be trying VR for the very first time. And of course, I will be playing a horror game. As you might have already guessed, this video is going to be a little bit different from the ones that I've done before, mainly because I recorded this video with people I don't feel comfortable talking in English with, so you'll just have to put up with my voiceover today. Anyway, let's get started. As you can see, I'm technically playing Alex here, but I'll be using a mod that lets you play PT, or something very similar to that. My first loop was somewhat uneventful, so I kinda just did my thing. I found my one true love, breaking things. Just look at me. Which led me to potato juice. I really wanted to share it with everyone I met, but no one really liked it. So, with still no friends around, I tried to be clever about it and call 911. But the phone wouldn't cooperate, so I gave up. At first, I also wanted to befriend the monster, but opted for violence instead. Because, you know, what kind of monster expects to be attacked, right? My inexperience with VR translated into losing my balance every 5 seconds. But it did lead me to the glorious squad. You'll see me going back to these throughout the whole video because it did help with nausea. But with my newfound weapons, wait, I needed to close the door here. I guess I just couldn't be that impolite to the ghost. With my newfound weapons, I started the second loop. This time, I decided to take matters into my own hands and...
Bueno, señora, vamos a tener una conversación. ¿No se está pagando la renta?
You know, I just couldn't pay for these infinite loops by myself. But then, I was betrayed. Heard those laughs? Yeah, that was my sister. Thank you, sis. The rest of the loop was just me breaking and punching things. Although I did caress a lamp with an ashtray. After that, the first challenge began. The door didn't open. Just for context, my friend had told me not to turn around too fast in case the monster appeared behind me, but I guess I had other plans, which apparently concerned almost falling all the time. I also have to admit that I got jump scared by a wall. Yup, a wall. But then, I somehow figured it out and entered the third loop. With violence.
Bueno, ahora sí empiezan a pasar. Ahora sí empiezan a pasar cosas. Esta es la tercera vuelta.
This loop started attacking me. Although nothing else really happened. I caressed many things, got armed again, and... well, I did see a door pop into existence. But without hesitation, I went into the fourth loop. And this is when things started to go south. My friend gave me some tips on how to survive the game.
Si miras al suelo y te das la vuelta, despacito, en teoría te pilla. Ese es mi truco, y a mí nunca me ha pillado.
And with that, I tried to locate the ghost, but I think the ghost got me instead.
Dios. A ver.
So I entered squad mode.
What? Yes! Agradable game.
I did try to attack, but the enemy was too fast.
Mierda, no he podido...
So I investigated my surroundings, but nothing was open.
Señora, por favor, me estoy meando, lo voy a mear en su cama.
I took a sip of my coca and started surfing around. In the end, the door did open, and we entered the next loop. I did realize early on that my only companions were already gone. After a little cry, I found new weapons and went back into the battlefield. However, the ghost was quick, but I was ready. With a quick look around, I entered the next loop.
Lee un poco. Toc, toc. Hey, mamá.
Weird, but I'm not gonna king shame anyone. After dancing to I don't even know what, I realized my friends were back. The bad thing is, I was getting really dizzy. However, I finally had the bathroom to explore.
Está abierta la puerta.
So I did my thing. The door closed and things started to go down though.
¿Qué si cojones que te estoy haciendo yo así?
No sé, a ver. Se está descojonando de ti.
I think the ghost was also going insane. When she let me go, however, it was time to find her. I looked everywhere. I conducted my experiments, but I couldn't find her in the end. So I just kept going.
Oh, la radio.
Huh. Now this was freaky. Armed with my potato juice, I decided to venture into the darkness. Squad mode, of course. I did see the light at some point, but I think I was getting too comfy in the shadows. Now, there was light again, but the radio was kind of confusing, so I stayed to listen to what it was saying. I got comfy, created art, admired said art, destroyed it, and got bored. So, in the end, I entered the whatever number it is now through loop.
Oh no.
Somehow, this loop looked exactly like the last one, although the toilet was open, and I can't say no to an exploration opportunity, so... I think this is when I was desperate for friends. And when I found Baby. Dirty or not, he accompanied me to the door, which, of course, was closed. But I couldn't really see why until...
Se ha callado. Todo es todo oscuro.
¿Y por qué vas con el papel higiénico?
Luz roja.
No veo nada.
I had no idea where it was, so I just kept moving around and
Ay,
glitched the game.
ya estaría.
¿Está
No,
bien?
no sé qué ha pasado.
I mean, I wasn't gonna complain about skipping a jump scare, so... The next loop was more of the same thing. Spooky corridor and sudden light. But the door was open, so less work for me. During the following one, however, I found out that you could actually open the drawers and found more potato juice. Well, and got the ghost breathing on my neck, so...
Señora, por favor.
When I left the darkness, I saw the bathroom door open and did the only sensible thing I could do. Go in. I had my fun in there, and even left a sacrifice in the bathtub. But that was apparently not enough for Mrs. Ghost. I tried to open all the doors while she moaned weirdly in my ear. And then I saw her. This was my moment. I had to attack, but gravity was against me. However, and although I couldn't hit her, in the end, I think we started to appreciate each other's company. I then went back to finding my way out.
Está salvada.
I tried to offer my friendship, but she was just too shy. But then, the door opened, and I had already lost my mind. Everything was dark again, but my headache was awful, and so I had to have a break time. Now, with my hair somewhat out of the way, I realized Mrs. Ghost had really taken an interest on me.
Está respirando.
Sí, sí.
And, after trying to find the door handle for 10 minutes, I finally made it to the next loop.
Oh, está la parte del niño.
Nothing really happened here, so I just moved on. Now this was when I realized I might need to go back to the bathroom. I knew there was a weird fetus in the game, and I was kinda looking forward to it.
Este es el momento.
Puede ser.
Que estuve esperando.
But it never came. The door closed all of a sudden, although I am still not sure if it was just me. But when I left, I couldn't see her ghost. So I just left. The following loops were exactly the same as the last one. So I figured we had to do something. But what? I called for the ghost, but nothing happened until I repeated the loop for the 4th time. Like that, I entered an endless corridor.
¡Esto es al revés!
I didn't really know when a jump scare was around the corner, so I stayed vigilant. A cat jump scared me in real life,
¡Susto!
and I just kept going and going. Did I mention I kept going? I enjoyed the little things. I cloned phones,
¡Anda, doble! Mira, 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 mira!
I explored cupboards,
¡Wow!
I started hoarding things. Bottles, cold gas, books, phones, everything. I realized that maybe if I cleaned the house, she would let me go.
Mejor si le recojo la casa me deja irme.
I even cleaned the windows, but in the end, I gave up. I kept going around through that corridor for what seemed years, but it was no use. So I put on my hiding box, cleansed the area, gave in to insanity, and gave up. Thank you very much for watching this video, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this supposedly Halloween video that ended up being really late, and also my 100 subscribers special video. Yeah. Also, special thanks to the 2 kitties that were near me while filming this video. They gave me an allergic reaction that lasted for about 2 days. Thank you. And until next time, hasta luego.